three, three, go.
Alright, Jack. I already started for about 7 seconds.
4,
Alright.
5,
What's up,
4.
gamers? Is I Zero
If
IQ.
you rearrange those numbers in a good enough pattern, that's my social security number.
Alright.
Good luck.
Um, Alright. Well, I'm here again with the man who I really don't know anymore. The man, the myth, the legend,
I'm not really a myth.
GameCube
People know me.
controller.
I do love the GameCube. I grew up on that.
What's up, GameCube controller? How are you doing today?
Don't call me that.
I'm talking to my GameCube controller. What are you talking about? Who are
Well,
you? Oh yeah, we also have Jack here too.
oh yeah, hi.
Yeah. All right. So you guys might see, Persona fans, you guys might see Adachi on your screen above me. That's because today we're going to do something a little bit different because Jack and I are bored and we need to get content. Uh,
We're bored?
and we need content. So we decided
What
to
do you mean
basically.
we? I think you need. I think. Sorry, I had a stroke.
All right. So essentially, we need to get content. So we're just gonna legitimately sit here and talk. Maybe this will be a series. I don't know.
Who
This is
knows?
who knows? Who knows?
We could
But
be the next Joe Rogan podcast.
I don't know what that is. All right. So this episode's theme is going to be something really basic, but we're gonna spark a lot of arguments in the comments. Jack,
Yeah.
start this off. Name your top three favorite video games and why.
Okay. Um. 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 Oh yeah. Okay. So my top favorite video games would be Overwatch, Sonic Heroes, and Spider-Man PS4.
Please explain yourself.
Okay. So for Overwatch, it was like I think it was probably one of the first shooter games I actually really fell in love with. And I don't know, there's something charming about the characters, mostly McCree. I thought it was neat because she's a revolver and actually just body kids.
Like Persona's 3 Revolver Jesus.
Yeah, you told me about him.
Yeah. They don't know.
Not in the Bible, by the way.
They are in the Bible. I read it.
You read the entire Bible.
Yeah, the sequel to the Bible, actually.
All right.
The Bible 2, the
What's the
illegitimate.
1500th word?
The Bible 2 is the.
I'll take it. Anyways, so yeah, Spider-Man PS4. I don't know. Like, listen, Breath of the Wild was great and all. It had the same like sort of feel as Spider-Man, but like getting to be Spider-Man and really just swinging around and beating up people. That's like that makes you complete. I don't know. You
Mr.
actually feel
Jack, I
like
don't feel so
you
good.
feel like you are Spider-Man. You know,
I am Spider-Man.
I am Spider-Man.
As he says,
That's what it feels like to play the game.
as he snaps his fingers and Thanos disappears.
Wrong game.
Wrong movie, you mean?
Wrong person.
Yeah. All right.
Wrong book.
And why do you like Sonic Heroes? This is the one that I'm the most confused with because it's Sonic.
So if you really start dissing Sonic right now,
I'm not. I'm not. I'm just asking. You
you're
don't hear
gonna
those
catch me
words.
fish.
You don't hear me saying nothing about not liking Sonic. Just tell me why. Oh, why you like the game.
So, Sonic Heroes, objectively the best video game ever created, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whatever you say.
So I don't know. It was like it just had this charm to me. It made me like really fall in love with Sonic. Like I mean, really fall in love with him. And then I don't know. It's just something about the gameplay felt so good to me. Just so much fun,
He's a
and the
Sonic
music was
fanboy.
incredible. The best music I've listened to in any video game.
Have you heard
It's
Persona
just
5?
all around a great game, and my favorite game to this date, and probably will be for all time.
All right. Well, it's my turn now because you named your top three. My top three. One of them you guys may not know of, but I really hope you guys do. Hearts of Iron 4, uh, Pokemon Black and White 2, as well as Persona 5. Let me get into Persona. I'll go for top 3. Persona 5 is a really weird area. I told Jack this earlier. It's a game that's probably my favorite game that I do not currently own, but I've played.
You're
Essentially,
weird.
yeah, because I went over to a friend's house, right? And I played the game. I played a whole lot of it because I went over to their house a lot of times. And I played a whole lot of the bosses, most of the story. I missed up on some of like the few minor, kind of the lifestyle type of game. Because Persona 5, by the way, if you guys don't notice, I'm wearing both. I don't know why I'm wearing earbuds and headphones at the same time. Uh,
Because you're like that.
yeah, I'm a gamer. So Persona 5 essentially, like, it's Persona 5 and Persona 4, and I'll get to my reasons later in this episode on why I like both of them. Persona 5, just the story, especially at the very beginning, is just so good. Like, the first boss, I'm not going to spoil anything, even though spoilers for Persona 4 are above me, but, um, I just ruined, like, a whole bunch of people's, like, Persona 4 playthrough. Um, but Persona 5 is basic. I don't know. It's a JRPG that really got me into JRPGs. It's the reason why I actually picked up Fire Emblem Three Houses because I was like, this game is like Persona, which then led me to wanting to play Path of Radiance because it's like I like Ike. Ike's in Smash Bros. I like Three Houses. Three Houses is like Persona. Joker's in Smash Bros. There's a loop. They're basically like the same game. Um, Boy, was I wrong. And yeah. Uh, Next game, Hearts of Iron 4. I like it because you can essentially do whatever you. If you guys don't know what Hearts of Iron 4 is, it's essentially like a World War II simulator game where you can basically take over a country in the year 1936. And essentially, you can do whatever you want. You could be Hitler and take over the world if you want. You could be the Soviet Union and spread communism throughout the entire world. You could be America and be free literally every single person in the world. I don't know. You become a fascist American dictatorship. You'd be a communist Canada. You could do whatever you want, and that's the reason why I like it. There's so many like mods for it too. Like there's a Word of Germany won World War One mod. That's really cool. I think the community is really cool. Personally, I'm just a big fan of Paradox, their company in general. Then finally, we're gonna go into my favorite game, probably of all time. That's Pokemon White 2.
Heck yeah.
I think something that it's a little bit nostalgia goggles are on, but Pokemon White 2 was the first Pokemon game I ever completed. It was the first game that I really found my favorite Pokemon in, being Flygon. It was really the first taste I ever had of a Pokemon game. My Pokemon White version was my first ever game, like Pokemon game, but yet White 2 was my first one I ever completed. Um, and I love it. I love it so much. There's so much replayability. The fact that you can battle every single champion and every single gym leader throughout the game, throughout the game's history up until that point, is just amazing. Like nowhere else, as far Pokemon Sword and Shield could be pulling some world tournament again, but as far as I know, in the date of October 27th, 2019, there's no other game that allows you to battle every single gym leader from the past, battle every single boss from the past game. Another thing is that you could see the growth of characters from the first game is the next game and get character development. Like your rival becomes the first gym leader. And how amazing is that? Where you get to see it's just so yeah, it's so happy. And the fact that when I played White was the first game I ever had. If you guys don't know about Black and White, their gimmick is that the only Pokemon that you can catch before you beat the game are Pokemon from 5th generation. So playing Pokemon White 2 and seeing all of these new Pokemon, going through the Unova region such a different way and seeing everything change. Like the biggest difference was going to Driftvale City and see just all being built up from this like little mining town to like this huge city becoming the second largest city I think in Unova. That's what it said in the billboards. I read the billboards. So yeah, that's it from me, I guess.
John,
Yeah.
have you ever tried public speaking?
Why?
You should.
I've been told I was like good
You
at it.
you you spoke with some passion right there. I don't know. I like I kind of sat there like slack jaw because I'm like, man, John never talks like this.
Yeah, I can get into like a really
I guess you were passionate about it.
when I
Yeah,
when I
I see what you're saying. White Two is just
I can
it's
list
one of
off
the
a
all time
reason.
greats of Pokemon.
The thing is that a lot of people like diss on Generation 5. It was kind of the in between game where it wasn't 3D. It was actually the Gen 5 graphics, my favorite. I don't care about the 3D graphics. Generation 5 had the best graphics in Pokemon history. That's my opinion.
Hmm.
Because I love pixel art. I love it.
Oh yeah, it definitely revolutionized.
I wish that they just Generation 6 should have just stayed. Generation 7 should stay. I don't care about the 3D graphics and all this 3Dness, moving the camera around. I want a Pokemon game like Generation 5 again. Because they were able, it's none of this, oh, we got to cut Pokemon from the national decks because we want to improve all the graphics. That was never a problem in Generation 5 because you just had a bunch of pixels. They added 156 new Pokemon, the most amount of Pokemon we've ever gotten in a single game to this date. With some of the, in my opinion, the best Pokemon. Well, you guys know James Turner, the creator of the art director of Sword and Shield. He created Vanillite, and a lot of people diss on Vanillite. I love Vanillite. Another Pokemon a lot of people don't like that I love is Trubbish. Garbodor is one of my favorite Pokemon of all time. I say that, I think in Pokemon Coliseum that's coming up. Hint, hint. That Garbodor is one of my favorite Pokemon. It's top 3. And you know, I don't want to go on a rant too much longer. Jack, what do you think?
I don't think there's anything to say after that.
I get into, when I get into the zone, I can really, yeah. So, Jack, what's your favorite Pokemon? You played Pokemon before.
hmm
What's your top 3? Because my top 3 is Ampharos, Flygon, and Garbodor.
Man, top three favorite Pokemon. Jolteon. I don't know, John. There's so many.
Well, I can say
Oh,
my.
okay. No. Jolteon, Gengar, Samurai. There you go. Top three.
Oh, I want you to say. I'm gonna. I'm gonna put out my opinion right there. Um,
Actually, no. Screw Jolteon. Screw Jolteon. Poplio.
I'm gonna pull out my opinion right there. First of all, Popplio, is Rowlet is my least one of my least favorite Pokemon is Decidueye, and that's a really unpopular opinion.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing's got chicken legs.
John, just say what you're gonna say about Poplio.
Popplio, I love Popplio.
If you said that you hate him, I was about to leave the call, block you on everything, and never talk to you again. Because Poplio
I
is the absolute
used
G.
my first real Pokemon Nuzlocke I've ever done was Ultra Moon, and I used a Popplio, and that was the only surviving Pokemon at the very end. It beat Ultra Necrozma. It beat all of House Team for the finale. I only had like 2 Pokemon I think at the very end, and that was I think it was a Vikavolt and a Popplio. And I had a literal charge bug for the entire PC just sitting there. Popplio carried me, I'm gonna say. It's not my favorite out of the Alola starters. It's Litten, but that's just because it's a cute cat.
Sean,
I like cute cats.
Sean, I hate to like end our time abruptly, but I need sleep.
No, you don't.
We have to go to school tomorrow, John.
No, you
Like, come
don't.
on. Okay, fine. Hit me up with.
Also, I was gonna say
So
though.
I'm just gonna leave after my voice just cracked right there.
So I was gonna
But
say. All right. Well.
just kidding.
Oh. So when Jack, I was gonna say I'm just gonna put my opinion out there when you said, and when I say Generation Five is my favorite, I mean that A is the hardest decision to choose one of the starters because they're all so good. Tepic was my first Pokemon I ever had. Samurai is really cool because Oshawott really cute, and Samurai's a literal samurai. And Superior is my favorite grass type Pokemon.
Sassy.
It's my favorite grass type Pokemon. And so you could tell that for me, personally, no need to offend,
Mm-hmm.
but even though, like, I want you to know, Samurai is my second. Yeah, Samurai is my second favorite water type starter behind Totodile when
Mm-hmm.
for Alligator because I'm a big fan of the Gators, and I always name my Totodile Gator Aid.
Go Gators.
Um, but it just shows that the Gen 5 starters were so good when Samurott, being my third favorite water type starter, is my third favorite Unova starter. I think I might have broke Jack.
What?
Because
I'm
like
out of it, dude.
hear me
Go ahead.
out. Like I like Emboar is probably I don't know, there's so many good fire type starters out there. I don't like Infernape too much. I don't like Blaziken too much. I like Emboar, I like Charizard, and I like Incineroar. Those are my three favorite fire type starters. Emboar probably does take the cake for my favorite fire type starters. Superior in general is my favorite grass type.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and Samurott, like the thing is that I love Samurott, but to me Samurott is just kind of like an armored version of Vaporeon, and Vaporeon is my favorite evolution, as well as my favorite water
Mm-hmm.
type. So that's my only problem with Samurott. Like it's like the same thing with like saying your only problem with Emboar is like that's the third fire fighting in a row and should have been Fire Dark. Like I'm
Uh-huh.
convinced that Incineroar and Emboar should have been switch typings. Having a fighting Pokemon being weak against fighting types is just doesn't sound right. Then again, we have a Moon Pokemon weak against Darkness and a Sun Pokemon weak against Fire. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's I mean it's just kind of logic, but I mean no logic at all actually. That's the logic it is. But that's kind of I mean I don't like. Here's the Pokemon I don't like because I have a really strong opinion for the Pokemon I don't like. I when I say hate, I mean I hate Garchomp
Really?
with a burning passion.
Why?
There's a whole lot of reasons. A, Pokemon Platinum, just in general. B, my favorite Pokemon's Flygon, and Garchomp robbed Flygon of a Mega Evolution. And Garchomp's Mega Evolution ain't even that good. Doesn't look good. It isn't good. Garchomp is better than its Mega Evolution. It's been, I think the math actually proves that Garchomp of a Life Orb has a better attack than Mega Garchomp does.
Huh.
As well as Garchomp's, Mega Garchomp speed goes down, I think. B, uh, just Garchomp, I'm not like a big fan. Really the only pseudo legendary I like, or I have like two maybe, is Tyranitar and Gudra.
Huh.
And maybe Dragonite. Dragonite's like a mid tier for me. I'm not a big fan of Metagross. Not a big fan of. I don't really like Salamence that much. Same reason why I don't like Garchomp. Where you could have given a Pokemon that actually deserves to have a Mega Evolution, like Flygon, instead of giving an already super buff Pokemon. Like the entire point of getting a Mega Evolution is to balance the playing field. Yet you give a Mega Evolution to a Pokemon that already is like UU or Uber's tier. Why would you do that?
Okay.
It's like the same reason. Why would you give a Mega Evolution to Rayquaza? Like you literally got
Wait,
a
you
Pokemon.
say Rayquaza?
Yes, it pronounced Rayquaza.
Huh.
The actual pronouncing. I used to pronounce it Rayquaza,
That's how I pronounce it, Rayquaza.
but I was corrected and I looked it up and turns out it's true that it's pronounced Rayquaza. And like you get a Pokemon that's literally banned from the ban tier, but you don't give poor old Flygon a Mega Evolution because of Artist Block. I can go. You know, I'm gonna go on the internet right now and I'm gonna search up Mega Flygon. All right, we're gonna go right now and we're gonna look at the images right now. Look at that. Look at that. Look at this boy. That boy is so ferocious. What about this? Elegance. Elegance. And look at this. Look at that rigid. He's been through the sandstorms. He is the voice of the sands. That one is pretty cool. A fan game. Pokemon Insurgents, which is one of my favorite fan games of all time, by the way. Probably is my favorite. Look at that. Super cool. Bug Dragon. That's our Bug Dragon that we need. And then we got this one who literally looks like a majestic fairy tale dragon. So cool. And Artist Block. Artist Block. Look at that. That's what Flygon is right now. And I'm sad. It makes me really sad.
John, you really let out some pent up anger.
It's been going on for a while. You know, someone just made the Flygon being like the Jewish star, like Star of David. And then
Hmm.
Salamence being like the Islamic symbol because it's like a moon and a star.
Hmm.
That could be Flygon. Flygon could have been the rival to Salamence. That could have been Flygon. But no, it's not. And don't get me wrong, I love Mega Ampharos. Mega Ampharos is just majestic. Look at that majestic being.
John,
Like,
I have to go.
I know, we're gonna end the episode right here.
After
We're at 23 minutes.
this is like a lot of me just sharing stuff every so often, and you just ranting.
Well, I mean, that's kind of like, to be fair, that is kind of how I am IRL.
I mean, that's how most of our like our IRL conversations go.
Yeah,
I talk
normally
this often,
what
and you just
happens,
rant.
Jack like says one little thing, and he's just like, yeah, so are you ready for the English test or like chemistry test that I have?
And John's like, I hate dogs. It's just like stuff like that.
I don't hate dogs. I love dogs.
I mean, it was just an example, but
Like
like,
I'd say probably like sometimes I think that the atoms should just get split a second time. That's essentially
every
what I
time,
say.
and then one of these days, I know he's gonna burst about it, but I always have to try and convince him that I beat him in Mario Party that one time, but he just denies it.
No, he didn't. And
Just because you
all right,
won all the mini games,
every
I
single
still
mini
won. I
game
had the most stars.
because you were a white girl and
Drop the mic.
you were shopping. Literally, so all right, we were playing Mario Party 8, right? And all right, well he left. So I got to explain this story now before we end this episode. So we were playing Mario Party 8 on the Shy Guy Boardwalk stage, which is basically just a giant linear stage. And there was like in Mario Party 8, there's like 6 different bonus stars, and I think you get a choice of 3. There was one outcome, and I literally mean one outcome on where Jack gets more stars. I don't say win because he didn't win. He got more stars. And That is what out of all the universes that could have happened, that was the one universe that we got, and that's what I'm saying. We live in the darkest timeline. We truly live in the darkest timeline. Uh, and I win every single mini game. Like I got the mini game star. We didn't even get the mini game star. The one star that involves actual skill, like somewhat skill. I say somewhat because the mini games are random, but somewhat skill onto what you're actually playing, and that doesn't show up. And I'm a little dry bones, you know, coolest Mario character of all time. And Jack's here with Toad, stupid Toad who's alive, like a stupid mushroom. I can eat Toad. I even like to eat Toad. Um, and so yeah, that's what happened. So I win. I won. I really did win. But anyways, that's gonna be it for this first episode of essentially Jack talking and me ranting. Uh, and if you guys like it, like, comment, and subscribe. See you guys in the next one.